it is difficult to be judged, to be reviewed. As a teenager, I remember one casting director who later became a producer. I was in the middle of doing a reading for her, and she stopped me and she said, "Listen, you are not pretty enough to be an actress. You have to find something else that you want to do."
Well, I read through that handbook for the recently deceased. It says, live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
You look like a regular girl to me.
To drive around at night and listen to music because I couldn't sleep. And I was driving around and I was wishing so badly that I had someone to talk to, a friend, someone, and I didn't. And I saw this outdoor magazine stand, and I saw myself on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, and it said something like, "Winona Ryder, the luckiest girl in the world." And it broke my heart because there I was, you know, in so much pain and feeling so confused, feeling so lost in my life. I wasn't allowed to complain because I was so lucky, you know, and I was so blessed, and I made a lot of money, and, you know, my problems weren't real problems, and if I'm as nauseated as the next person when actors complain about their lives. You know, we are blessed, we are lucky, but the stuff that I was going through was difficult.
Everything's up in the air all the time, so to have like a good family life and a good relationship with someone is pretty important to me.
Being 19, and I graduated from high school a couple years ago, but one of the things that really stood out was, even though AIDS, everyone was aware of AIDS, but it seems, and I'm speaking for myself, and I'm also speaking for the people I know, not for everybody, but it just seems like when you're in a sexual situation with someone else in your school, or, you know, you just don't think of a condom. You don't think of AIDS. You just think of that the guy, there's this big rumor, guys don't like to wear condoms. That's what you're thinking. So it doesn't come up, and you end up, you know, risking your life. And it's really pretty scary that doesn't enter your mind in those situations.
What do you think they get wrong about teenagers?
Well, you know, they just tend to really stereotype them. You know, they like to put labels on teenagers, like this one's you know, takes drugs and is a stoner or whatever they call them that week, and then the other one's a jock, and they just love to label kids when they don't treat them with enough respect.
You think you're either a good teenager or a bad teenager?
Exactly, that's what I was trying to say.
I can't answer the real question.
Ms. Ryder, in this matter, is ordered to participate in a plan and/or program approved by this court for drug counseling
All I can tell them is it's
and
easy.
psychological counseling.